Hello and welcome to English with LJ. I create content that is designed to help you improve your English and take you to the next level, regardless of what level that might be, whether it's A1, B1, or even C1. Now, in this video, we are going to learn English, and we're going to look at some of the basics for being at a restaurant. Now, this won't be a comprehensive list of all the things that can go on in a restaurant, but it is the basics. So if there's other things that you can think of, why don't you put them in the comments? So let's go. So first of all, when it comes to enjoying a meal at a restaurant, effective communication is key. Whether you're a seasoned foodie, just means somebody that really likes their food and goes out to restaurants regularly, or just looking for a change from home-cooked meals, maybe it's just something you're doing as a one-off. Knowing the right phrases and vocabulary can greatly enhance your dining experience. So in this video, we'll explore some of the common phrases you might hear or use at the restaurant, along with a handy list of useful vocabulary at the end. So when it comes to greetings and being seated, as you step into the restaurant, you're likely to be greeted by the staff, a member of staff, maybe a waiter, or maybe they may have a specific greeting staff. Here are some phrases you might encounter. So you'll often hear, hello, welcome to whatever the name of the restaurant is. They may introduce themselves. They may say, my name is. How many are in your party? Or how many do you need a table for? How many people do you need a table for? You may get asked, do you have a reservation? So these are things that you may be asked. Again, it's not a full list, so if there's anything that you have encountered, let us know in the comments. So other questions you may be asked. Once you're being seated, you may be asked, is this table okay? You may say, yep, this is fine. Or you could say, oh, could I have the table that's next to the window, or wherever you would like to sit. Now, they may be able to move you, or it may be fine. But those tables may be reserved. So they may just say, this is the only table that we have. So these are the types of things that you'll experience. You might be asked, it depends on the restaurant, whether they have an inside and outside. You may get asked, would you like to sit inside or outside? Again, if there's any others that you can think of, let us know. Now, when it comes to ordering, the waiter may ask, may I take your order? They often say, please, at the end of that, are you ready to order? Or maybe they might say, can I get you any drinks? Now, normally, can I get you any drinks will happen before they start to take your order for food. They will say, can I get you any drinks? They may say, here's the menu, these types of things. But we also have the replies. So when you're they saying, can I take your order? You might ask, or you might say, I'll have the fish, please, or I'll have the pasta, please, whatever you're having. And normally we will say, please, at the end, I'll have, can I have? But you might hear, so you might be able to say, please, can I order? Or please, can I have the pasta? Or something like that. Now, other things you might hear are, would you like to see the wine menu? This is maybe before they've come to take your full order. They might just say, would you like to see the wine menu? And obviously you can reply yes or no to that. You can also ask, what would you recommend? What would you recommend? I haven't been here before. You're the waiter. You know what is good. What would you recommend? What is good on the menu? Now, when it comes to special requests, if you have any dietary preferences or specific requirements, you should communicate them, and don't be afraid to communicate them to your waiter staff. So it could be, could I get the pasta without mushroom in it. The spaghetti bolognese or something like that without mushroom. Maybe you don't like that. Is it possible to have the dressing on the side? So rather than the sauce maybe over the top, could you have it on the side of the plate? Now, it's important if you are, it would be to tell somebody that you're allergic to something. So I'm allergic to, say, shellfish or fish. Is that in the dish? So you could ask, is there this in the dish? Maybe gluten or something like that. If you're gluten intolerant, you might ask, is there gluten in this dish? Or maybe if you're a vegetarian, vegan, you would say, is there any milk or egg in this dish? Okay, so when it comes to expressing satisfaction, you can say after your meal, you're expressing your satisfaction in a courteous manner. There's not really that many ways of saying it, but you might get asked by the waiter, "How was your meal?" Or "Was everything okay?" And you can say, "Yes, everything was delicious, thank you. The meal was wonderful. It was very tasty, thank you." All of these types of things you can say. Now, asking for the bill when you're ready to wrap up, meaning you're ready to finish, um, you could use the phrases when asking for the bill. Um, could I or we get or have the bill, please? So you could say, could I get the bill, please? Could we get the bill, please? Could I have the bill, please? Could we have the bill, please? Or can we pay the bill? Or can we pay now, please? So these kind of sentences that you'll hear people say, and these are all appropriate and all okay. Even though maybe one person is paying, if there's more than one person in the party in having their meal, you would often utilize the plural. So we would say, "Could we have the bill, please?" Now, thanking the staff, there's not really that many ways beyond thank you, but you could show your appreciation to the staff. Just say thank you for a lovely meal. We really enjoyed our time here. Thank you for the service. And here's a tip. So when it comes to tipping in England, there is no rule. We generally work on kind of 10%, I would say. There is no rule. There is no requirement to leave a tip. Sometimes you will go into a restaurant and the service will be included. But then you can still tip if you want to do that. Is personally up to you, uh, but is generally accepted that most people leave a kind of 10%, maybe 15% tip at the end for the service, as long as you've had good service. Don't leave if you're not happy with the service that you've had. So here really is just a useful vocabulary when you're dining out. We have the things that we've already had in this video. So we've got menu, but these are all written down here for you to be able to see. So that's a list of available dishes and drinks. So you might have the food menu, but that might be different from the drinks menu, or maybe even different from the wine menu. You might have 3 different menus. Then you have your waiter and waitress. In England, we normally differentiate between waiter and waitress, but now we utilize server. Um, so this is the person who serves you at the restaurant. Obviously, the table, the place where you're going to sit with the table and chairs. Order your selection of dishes and drinks. Appetizer, which is a small dish served before the main course. Then you have your main course, which is the primary dish. And then we also have dessert as well. Not desert, as in the Sahara Desert, where sand is, but dessert. And it's kind of very quick dessert, which is obviously the afters, which is normally sweet. And then you have the bill check. British don't really use the check anymore. Certainly, can I have the bill, please? In British English, I think in American English you might get check a little bit more. Then obviously reservation, which is the advance arrangement for a table. So if you've already booked a table, so it's a booking. I've booked a table or I've reserved a table. Welcome. So this might be something that obviously the restaurant staff are doing, a friendly greeting when you enter the restaurant. May I take your order? Which is the polite way of asking for your food choices. What would you like to drink, eat? Which is obviously an inquiry about your preferences. I'll have the, and then whatever dish that you're going to choose. Could I get the bill, please? Remember, in English, please, thank yous are really important. We would rather you over exaggerate. Please, could I get the bill, please? Rather than, can I get the bill? Uh, I would rather say the double please than no please at all. It is important in British English anyway that you say please and thank yous. These are important in English. Otherwise, it is considered rude. Uh, I know in some countries you don't say that and it doesn't really matter, but in English it does. Everything was delicious, thank you. So we have that thank you at the end. So let us know in the comments of any other kind of uh, sentences. This is the basics, but let us know in the comments any other kind of basic sentences that you might hear at the restaurant. Have you struggled at the restaurant before when you're ordering? Have you been to a restaurant and tried to speak English? Where have you struggled? What part of the experience did you struggle with? What parts do you need help with? Let us know in the comments. If you liked the way that this video is done, please let me know. It's important for me because I want to try and create content that is useful to you. Are there things that you want me to create as videos? Let me know. I'm interested in creating content that is going to be useful for the people that are listening. Please give this video a thumbs up and like if you liked it. Subscribe to be kept up to date with future videos as and when I create them. I do have Patreon. I have 3 levels. You can join that. There's a link in the description. There's plenty of material available on there. I also have an A1 to A2 course that takes you to A2. It covers the full fundamentals. It's quite an in-depth course. It's available on Amazon for download, but available for free on my Patreon. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on my next video.